Yes, my people, it's the boy Bouncer. Welcome to the UK Rap Numbers Show. Now, if you're watching this, guys, I need you to subscribe right now. Click that subscribe button, bounce on YouTube. Let's get into this. Now, guys, I want to talk about two GOATs, man. I want to talk about Dave and Central C. Let's kickstart the show with Dave and Central C, man. Let's go through the stats. Now, UK Rap Numbers post some interesting stats last week, and the song Sprinter, this song here, Sprinter, 700 million streams. Said it's the first UK artist rap song to be on 700 million streams on Spotify. Now, guys, that's around $3 million just from Spotify streams. Like, I think they was like in the charts, they went number one, they went number one till they couldn't get number one no more. I think they went number one like 4 times in a row or something like that. And then the 5th time they couldn't, by law or something, by the rules, they couldn't go number one. Like, this is what you call, they shut it down. Like, they made history. This is something massive for our scene. And this is what we need to kind of take these things in, and we need to kind of champion, support anything that our culture is doing. The reason why we need to support everything and anything that our culture is doing, because, guys, if we don't support it, money is coming out of the pot. Market share, we're losing market share. The labels or investors or private investors will just put money in different places. We have the streaming world. We've got the gamers that's taking over the scene. We've got the influencer bots in that's taking over the scene, that they're putting money into other areas, guys. So look, I'm signing one artist with a £10,000 distribution deal. Guys, take note, on the 4th of August, I am hosting a private music seminar live. Only 150 people can attend. In collaboration with the Bouncer Hub, we're looking to sign one artist with a £10,000 distribution deal to pay for 3 to 5 single releases and have me and my team marketing and developing you as an artist. In the seminar, we're gonna have panel members, 2 major label record A&Rs, distribution label A&Rs, social media owners with millions of followers, multi-platinum producers, and head of publishing, PRS. So guys, the reason why I built this infrastructure, because when you're trying to reach out to record labels, distribution, you're trying to reach out to the gatekeepers, guys. They're not going to respond back to you. Simple. They're not going to respond back to your email, your DMs. So I built this private community, this live event, for you to connect with people you can never connect with before. All you have to do is sign up now, fill in your details, and if approved, on Thursday, the 4th of July at 1 p.m, you'll get the next step. But guys, pay attention. Just because you filled in your details does not necessarily mean you're gonna get approved. Be quick. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. No one is given access to the industry. I'm here to change the game. Look, Dave is my favorite artist. Dave is my favorite artist. I'll tell you that from now. So, and you've seen what Dave's done when artists are collabing. That, like, when he's very smart, he's very calculated. When it's time for him to drop a proper single, he done the exact same thing with Fredo. That was a moment. That was a moment in the scene. And this with Central C was even a bigger moment. And what it done, like, crazy. You get me? And it's been a knock-on effect, because Central C, he's on the top. He's the top. He's doing what he's doing. There's a lot of pressure behind him, though. There is a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure to see when he drops his numbers. There's a lot of pressure to see when he tours his numbers. There's a lot of pressure behind it. Do you know what I mean? When you got people like DBE that's doing so big, like in the UK when it comes to tours. Obviously, me personally, I do believe that when Central announces his tour, it has to be a worldwide tour, just to eliminate the critics. Like, it has to be a worldwide tour. But Dave now, obviously, we're waiting for Dave's album. I believe that he's pushed it back, but we'll see. But the space that we're in is a funny space. It's an interesting space, you get me? And we need to be supporting our guys, man. We need to be supporting Central C a lot, because he dropped something with Little Baby, and he brought back Little Baby. He brought back Little Baby. Right now, even DJ Academics is telling you that's Americans saying it. You get me? And trust me, these Americans, big shout out to the Americans, but they don't really rate the UK like that. Now they're starting to. You get me? They think man talk all weird. Even though, you get me, we got Big David Ali, that's man's bro. But I'm just saying as a whole, they do run banter on man's accent. You get me? But yeah, man, like the fact that Sench done a collaboration with Little Baby, and he did bring back Little Baby, because when Little Baby was dropping, he wasn't hitting the numbers, and now, yeah, that tune. When I first heard it, I knew it was a slappers, bro. My son is 4, like my son's 4. He's singing the song. It's crazy. So yeah, man. But it's very important. Obviously, I wanted to kickstart it with them numbers, and that's positive. That's some positive for our scene. You get me? Of course, we're gonna get into this week's release. Obviously, we've got Heady One, and we've got Stefflon Don't. Obviously, now I've been watching. Big shout out to UK Laughs as well on Snapchat. Go follow UK Laughs. He does his thing when he breaks it down. These men are breaking down the scene. UK rap numbers, UK Laughs. They're doing their thing. You get me? But let's go into Heady Ones. Let's go on. Let's talk about a bit of his PR. Heady One was on Danny Aaron's live stream, not live stream, but it was like that show, innit? Like, Guess the Rapper. I watched it. It was funny. You get me? I feel like Heady One, he wasn't really too interactive in the live, like on there. You get me? Like, it's a bit new to him, but obviously this is what rappers are doing for their PR run, for their campaign. You get me? They're needing the live streamers, because the live streamers are becoming bigger now to enter different audiences. Obviously, I'm on TikTok. TikTok's a mad different audience. A lot of the TikTok people don't even know who some of these artists are. They don't know what the Shea Bar is. You get me? So I do understand there's two different worlds. But Heady One's album's been dope. The joints that he dropped with H was dope. Like it was dope. It hasn't connected. It didn't connect like that, but it's dope. 11 days ago, but obviously we're at a space where it's kind of hard. You get me? And I like all the tracks that Heady One's been dropping. He's been dropping some interesting visuals on his platform. You get me? The interesting visuals. Sorry, my people, I can't even speak. There's interesting visuals just playing the song. He's got some sick features, and the album is fucking dope. Excuse my French, but this pop-up thing, we're gonna go into this a bit more down, but he's currently floating around the top 40 marks. Top 40, I think he's an independent artist now. He dropped his project around that. He was rapping in Glastonbury. I think that was a good marketing campaign. He's performing at Glastonbury. And he's going all out, man. Like, he's going all out. He's flipping. He's look. If we look at this joints, like, get me under the skin. He's getting his tattooed. He's trying to tap into different areas to obviously PR and promo his project, which is amazing. Which is mad to me is like the artists, they've got big followings. And for me, it's like, okay, cool. There must be some sort of disconnect with the audience. Do you know what I mean? There's some disconnect. But Heady One's floating in the top 40. Let's keep on pushing it. Let's keep on streaming. Guys, when you come off this, go stream and go and purchase his album. Go purchase, because our culture needs to get behind the artist, because we're losing market share, guys. Get me? Trust me, we're losing market share. Let's go to Stefflon Don't. So obviously, I've been watching Stefflon Dont's PR. Amazing. She got all the blog pages to change their profile pic, which is sick. I respect that. She's been dropping some cold features. Yesterday, she dropped the feature with obviously D-Block Europe, which I thought was a good time to drop it while the album's out. You get me? Obviously, D-Block Europe are the kings. Like, they're on stuff. You get me? They make that music that keeps on streaming and streaming and streaming. They're on stuff. You get me? They're the GOATs. You get me? But I like Stefflon Don's like project, what she's been doing. Yeah, man. I feel like as a woman artist, the culture needs to get behind her more. Um, at the moment, she's floating in. She's kind of far. She's around top 200. We can't see her no like near the top 200. So that's what's kind of baffling me. This is what's baffling me, my people. Let me switch the camera. It's like,
Wait. I need 30 seconds of your time, guys. I am building the fastest growing music community. Link in description. School. There's over 1,000 members already. It's only been a couple of days. Now, guys, go look at Matic, producer, engineer, 300 million Spotify streams. He's offering these services, guys. There's up-and-coming music artists, there's A&Rs, there's up-and-coming managers. We are building an ecosystem. Now, link in description. All you have to do is fill in your details and you will be accepted. Whoosh.
bro, like, what is going on with our artists? Why ain't the culture, or why is there a disconnect with the audience? Like, where are we going wrong here? Like, are we just thinking that the artists are just cool, so they're gonna get the streams, or is everyone like, what's happening? Like, it's what is happening is it the audience getting older? They don't listen to the current artists no more. What's happening, guys? Like, like these pop-ups, like they finished. I think they've really finished, and it's gonna be a lot of stress for our culture, because now people are kind of getting found out, innit? Like, oh, if you do pop-ups, it's counting to your sales. We can kind of, we can manipulate the UK charts, innit? That's just what it is. We can manipulate the UK charts, but do we really care about the UK charts? Is it just like a facade? Like, oh, you got a top 10, you got a top 5. Does that mean that your value's in? Because you got people like Hardy Caprio. The first time he got his top 20 was with Dig That. Yeah, but the guy is a multi-platinum single artist. Like, he had about 3 platinums, 5 gold tracks, like, and his thing is just streaming, and that's where the money is, isn't it? And what I kind of clock with artists, they go on their promo run, they go hard, and labels. You get me? Sometimes the ones that are signed to labels, you don't know who you are. They go on it and they might throw a mill, or they might throw big money for the big artists to get that number 1. So it looks like it's a number 1. But if you go check the next week, guys, yeah? Go look next week. Go look to see where they are. They might get a number 1, and then next week they might be flipping outside the top 100. What is that telling you? What does that tell you? But I just feel like, obviously, it's going to be super hard, and it's a lot right now for our scene. But we need to support more. You know what I mean? We need to be saying, buy Stefflon Don's mixtape when her album, when she's dropping. We need to actually buy it. But at the same time, the management, they need to be doing a bit better as well. They need to be looking at whole areas, but we need to be being intact with our audience. Like, you need to be intact with our audience. If you look at the gaming world, they're gaming, they're live streaming. I go on TikTok, I go on live. Like, man's in sync with our audience. Like, man knows them, and it's mad. We're in a mad space, because I feel like, obviously, the old artists, they still got cultural currency, but it's running out now, innit? Because you can see it's affecting sales. You can see it in the sales. The cultural currency is affecting it. So this is why, guys, yeah, that man is fully behind the up and coming artists. I think I made a return back in the music space the right time, and all I'm doing is focusing on up and coming artists. I got artists been messaging me, like, right now. When I release this, it's gonna be tonight, so you lot will watch this. If you click the link in the bio, and I'm giving £10,000. Well, I'm not giving £10,000 away, but I am signing an up and coming artist for £10,000 distribution deal. You keep your masters, whatever, guys. You get me? But I'm gonna be behind developing them and marketing them and working on 1 and 2 tracks. Do you get me? And a lot of artists has reached out to me. And for me, I've told the artist, bro, like, Bro, I don't really want to work with bigger artists. Though. Like, I just want to focus on artists that don't have no followers, so man can develop them. Like, I want to be in the up and coming scene. I want to give back to all the up and coming artists. I want to build up a community. I want to give coaching and be a part of greatness. And that's my thing. Right now, I didn't know that the pop-ups wasn't going to count. So I knew the scene was struggling. You get me? And I knew I can see all the gatekeepers in the scene. Right now, man's made a return and they're not happy. They know man's cooking. They know that something's happening. And when it happens, they know man's going to keep man's artists well away from them because we have the capital. We have the capital. And if we don't have the capital, we have investors. We have people that will throw 4 or 5 mil behind us when the time's right. You get me? Independently. So for me, it's like to create that ecosystem, to develop managers, to train managers, to build, to get them to manage artists to the best of their ability, to interact with the audience, to build a marketing strategy, something that's different that our scene hasn't even seen. And there's a lot of things that we got in place and I've been taking my time. But yeah, man, just going on to it. Like, it's just, but what kind of just baffles me is just, we have like 2 million followers, 800,000 followers, etc. But why are we not connecting with our audience? Where are we going wrong? Is our marketing thingy? Do we follow a template? Like, we must follow a template. It's the same stuff. Like, we can't just not have no time for our audience. And then when it's time to go on our marketing campaign, all of a sudden we're trying to interact with our audience because they're not bothered. They're not bothered. They rather go watch KSI bots. They rather watch Bevo eat sausages. No Diddy stuff for Allah. But yeah, that they rather do that. Do you know what I mean? They rather go on live on TikTok and see Bouncer react to the music and comment below. Do you know what I mean? They rather see that. I think that artists, I feel like artists, there's a thin line because you want to be exclusive. But you need to have a connection with your audience because even if artists, the up and coming artists, stay woke, yeah, and be ready because you can really sell 2,000 copies and have 2,000 followers. You can really build up a community and have low followers. Just connect with your audience, and I guarantee you, once you build that core fan base, there's no turning back. You'll keep on going, you'll keep on tweaking things, you'll keep on giving back to your core fan base, and they will love you for that, and they will keep on supporting you. But yeah, man, big shout out to JME as well. The fact that he don't stream none of his music on DSPs, he sells them, and he does things very different, and he's been doing things very different. So now that right now what's happening with pop-ups is a big L in the culture, but we just need to come up, get man up. We need to come together, which I doubt. But up and coming artists, don't worry, man. You lot are in good hands. Man's got you. Man's always gonna support. Man's always gonna give wisdom. Man gonna look at other areas, what to do. And like I said, don't only just wait for your projects to drop for you to start doing a whole PR campaign. Interrupt and give back to your family and give back to your fans when. You know what I mean? It's not gonna harm you doing something every quarterly for your fan base. It's not gonna harm. It's gonna keep your fan base supporting you. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment below, and make sure you drop a follow to UK Rap Numbers on Instagram. The information is down below. And let's go, man. Whoosh.